Well, Reunited versus Ohmydog, implications for regional playoffs. Certainly, as this is week 3, we're getting close to the end of league play. These teams both need to win. Who's going to come out on top? We're about to find out with the commentaries. It's going to be Wave, Punk, and Leaf. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. It's going to be a great match here between Reunited and Ohmydog. Both these teams looking for their second win of league play. They both need it so much. It would be such a big win to be able to help put them over those tiebreaker situations, which is what it's looking like we're going to be coming down to at the end of this day, Leaf.
As you just said, both, I mean, really in the end, everybody needs all the points, but some of these teams need them a little bit more because they're sitting near the bottom of that. This is going to be an interesting one. We just saw Reunited play, and we saw them pick up a little bit pace near the end against Northern Gaming. It was hard because Northern Gaming was playing really well.
Sure.
But I think Reunited's, they're a little paced up now. They're ready to go, and they're ready to get their actual play started up. I mean, I'm sure they had a discussion in between this, and I expect to see a much stronger team than we saw in the last series come out, especially because they're coming in hot now. They've had a warm-up game, whereas Ohmydog hasn't.
Absolutely, and they've got to feel good that going into the second match, statistically, everything's in their favor. As Ohmydog has been really struggling on the number side of thing. They're 8th in goals in EU, and they're the fewest shots as well in EU. So these guys really have been managing to pull off some wins on very small numbers, but those numbers are not going to help them as they move forward here. We'll see what they're able to do as we get that first match underway. How are you thinking this one's going to go?
I mean, it's tough. Again, as you just said, looking at the stats, Ohmydog is the second most goals against with 2.31 against Reunited, who's 3rd in shots. So there's going to be an onslaught coming out from Reunited on Ohmydog against a team that lets in a lot of goals. I mean, that's not a good situation for Ohmydog.
It is not, but we will see how they are able to move here. Sometimes the stats paint a different picture than what is going to happen.
Absolutely.
And with game number 1 underway, we've got Ohmydog in the orange, Reunited in the blue. Which is kind of funny because Ohmydog's color is more blue and Reunited's color is more orange, but it's just kind of how the chips fell there. So far, it's been decently quiet first 30 seconds or so. As Turbo's able to get that one over the top of the last defender, and that is the first point on the board there for Ohmydog.
As you said, sometimes stats don't matter. Dogu with a nice pass off the backboard defender. In a weird spot, Doomsy couldn't get to that, so Turbo does beat him to it, and a quick one there for Ohmydog.
Yeah, it looked like Doomsy kind of maybe flipped incorrectly in a way he didn't mean to. Either way,
this is
it works
a tough
out.
spot to be in
sure.
all reality.
Yeah, for sure. Playing that off the wall, like very difficult save to make. So, but it works out for Ohmydog as they take the lead in this first minute of game number 1. ELMP now looking to respond. Ian Doomsy pressuring this one up. It's going to bounce off the ceiling and drop back down to midfield where Snasky is ready. Dogu will play this one up to a lot, who tries to take a shot, but it goes over to the side. ELMP hanging in the back. Plays this one high. Ian Snasky, oh my goodness, what a bounce was that, and Turbo will punish.
It's such a weird spot. ELMP was waiting for the shot as the last defender back, hoping Snasky would get in the way of that pass there, but it pinches just perfectly in front of the net. Turbo rushing in, shoves another one in the net.
Man, a rough start here for Reunited as Ohmydog gets 2 goals very quickly in game number 1. They're looking just to get on the board. Reunited now up on offense. ELMP will play it off the wall and a lot. We'll send it over to the side. Snasky passes to ELMP, and a lot will interrupt before ELMP can do anything more with it. He's now able to push through, gets it past 2. Where is Dogu? He's over on the side. He saw that it was going to go wide and looked to just play that one off. A nice spot there for Doomsy. He's not able to push it through Turbo. Here comes Ohmydog on the offense.
I mean, Turbo's been scoring all the goals so far. 2 goals so far for him. Giving him the ball in a situation like that is not where you really want it. Get it cleared away from the box. There's too much time spent in Reunited's box right now.
3:13 left on the clock. CLMP plays that one off the wall. Can Snasky finish? It gets interrupted by a lot, who sends it over to the side. Now Dogu onto the backboard. Turbo lurking in the midfield, watching for an opportunity to finish this one off. Sets that one up high, kind of about mid-height on the goal. It'll be ELMP who gets it past a lot and over onto the backboard. Can he finish it? He sets this one out for Snasky, who takes the shot. It goes in, and that is Reunited on the board.
I mean, that comes down to ELMP just forcing his way through, as you said, over top of a lot, and then just smart. Don't go for that boost. Go for the pass. So close for the defender there. Snasky picks the right side. Dogu was there to stop the left side shot. Thankfully, picked the right side.
2:48 left to go, and Reunited only down by 1 in game number 1. Seen Snasky play that one. High, kind of lofted it in front of his own goal where a lot thought he had an opportunity, but Doomsy is able to contest. Now Snasky backflips that one towards the wall. Pinches it over the top of Dogu out to midfield. Turbo takes the shot, but it's slow. Dogu is able to play that one back out. Doomsy looking to finish this as he sends one towards the net. It's Turbo. Puts it high at the midfield line. Snasky with an excellent shot. Turbo plays it back. Now Doomsy trying to just create another scoring opportunity with 2:12 left to go. They're still only down by 1. Sets it into the orange corner here. Snasky takes a shot, blocked again by Turbo. Turbo has been on the back line of defense a lot here for Ohmydog.
Turbo's everywhere, man, and he's always done that. He's either on defense, he's on offense, or he's supporting. Like, if he's needed somewhere, he's there, and he's there fast.
Oh, a lot gets it over the top of 2 and into the net, making it a 2-goal game again here for Ohmydog.
Just an awkward spot. I mean, that chip was really good. ELMP maybe should have gone up a little quicker for that contest, but Snasky pushed way too far, leaves an open net. Not even a hard one to save, but way too pushed up.
But a good play there by a lot, as he's able to make it a 2-goal game again. Ohmydog, team that everyone kind of doubted coming into this, looking strong in game number 1. ELMP sets this one in front of the goal, and Turbo will carry it away before Snasky can shoot. Now Doomsy trying to finish this one off all by himself. He's got it in a nice spot. Turbo doesn't get much of a touch, but it's enough to put it into the corner. And ELMP looking to possibly set this one out to Snasky. He plays it past Snasky, but towards Doomsy, who shoots towards the net. Nobody was home. If he could have just gotten that one on target, would have been a goal here for Reunited. They're still threatening as this one's in the box. Snasky looks just to drop it in, but Turbo plays it to the side, and Doomsy will punish that touch. An excellent play there by Doomsy.
A 50-50 from Snasky was critical. It dropped down right and nice in front of the net. Not really much for Turbo to do there. Doomsy with the patience just waits for it to get put down by their opponents and puts it in the net. Okay, you'll pass it to me. I'll score on you.
Ohmydog keeps extending the lead, but Reunited continues to catch up. They're only 1 behind with 1:12 left to go. Have plenty of time to work with here. Snasky sets that one around. ELMP with a shot at midfield. Dogu able to set it over the goal. ELMP trying to drop this one to Doomsy, who cannot quite get the shot. He's in the backfield as Snasky sends it across. Dogu back passes to a lot, taking it away from the Reunited players. ELMP in the air, trying to win this 50-50. It's Turbo again who wins it out. And Doomsy now on the back wall has to play this one. He missed it once before, and he misses it again as Dogu sends this one into the net. 40 seconds left, and they're down by 2.
Bit of an awkward transition on offense, but it works out. A beautiful pass off the wall, pops up nice and high for Dogu to set that to the far side.
That is a Doomsy on that position on the wall, trying to play off. Very, very mechanically difficult play to make. This is the second time that Ohmydog is able to punish him when he's in that position. With 36 seconds left, it's still possible to come back by 2, especially if Snasky's able to set this one up. He gets it out to Doomsy, who tries to drop it through, but a nice contention from a lot blocks it away. It's still on the backboard as Turbo plays it out to midfield. Doomsy passes across the field towards ELMP. Final 30 seconds as Doomsy tries to play this one through. Passes it out to ELMP, who takes the shot, and it goes wide. Turbo was right in position to block it, even if it had been on target. With the final 10 seconds, ELMP puts it into the corner. Looking to pop this one out. See if they can get it right now, then get a some sort of kickoff goal. But as it hits 1 second, the time will expire, and Ohmydog takes game number 1.
As you said, Ohmydog taking that one. I mean, not a bad showing from Reunited. I think they're not respecting the touches from Ohmydog enough. There's a couple times they're putting too much trust in the 50-50s to go in their favor and finding themselves. I mean, one of the goals, Snasky was just a little bit pushed up too far when his teammate wasn't going to win a 50-50. And you just got to respect those shots. If you're not respecting your opponent's touches, you're going to find yourselves in a loss like what just happened there.
Yep.
So a little more respect to those touches, and I think they'll be fine to be able to keep it a much closer game.
Yeah, no, both teams had a great display of teamwork. All the goals, -1, were assisted here as these guys continued to use passing plays to get around the defense. Clearly the best way to confuse defenders and be able to shoot. But only about 7 shots or 7 saves coming out on both sides. We have a very, very strong offensive game. 6 goals going in, 9 shots from Ohmydog, 7 shots from Reunited. Both teams had lots of opportunities to score here, but it is Ohmydog who found the net more often.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Tons of opportunities everywhere, and that's why, I mean, it was 4-2. Lots of goals scored, and that's relatively close in Rocket League. A goal can happen in a second. I've seen it in a second off a kickoff. That'd be great if it happened right now, but that's still such a close game. It's no blowout whatsoever. So I mean, Reunited has every chance to do well in this next one. It's just exactly what I said before, which isn't easy. I'm making it sound like it's easy.
Sure,
it's not easy to just, oh, okay, well, I'll be more patient, respect the shots. I mean, it's such a fast-paced game. If you're not there for those touches and those 50-50s that they do go in your favor, you're going to find yourself outpaced and in your own net getting scored on all the time.
Yeah, and it's easy with Rocket League where it's a very simple game with cars and a ball, and you're hitting it in the goal. So whenever you start to describe, here's what they need to do, it sounds very, very simplistic. Well, they just need to, like, shoot it into the part of the net where the goalie isn't, you know, or something like that, and then it'll go in easily or something like that. But the amount of technical skill it takes to do that over and over and over again, to not miss. We saw plenty of instances just there where they had opportunities, both teams had opportunities to score, they shoot at the net, and it goes just wide of the goal or something like that. And especially at the pace these guys play, when they bring it, they up the ante so much by playing so quickly, and it just makes it very, very difficult to be that accurate, that consistently, that often.
Well, I mean, I want to touch on exactly what you just said there. You said it's hard to keep at this kind of level for so long. It's mentally stressing to be aware of 5 other players on the field. Plus, you got to deal with your boost management and all your mechanical skill. As you said, just because you have a clear shot doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. You know someone might be coming in for a flank save right behind you, and you got to be aware of that. You got to use the sound around you. You got to just situational awareness really comes into it. You're going hard with concentration the entire time. It's not easy. We'll give suggestions to these guys, but by no means is it going to be easy for them to pull it off. And what makes it even more impressive is that in between these games, they sit down, they talk. Okay, what do we got to do? You know, let's get some, infield passing a little bit more for some misdirection. Let's get some back passing going on to get shots. Let's just shoot it straight at the net. They're not saving anything. There's so many things that can go on in every single game, and communicating that in between each match. Not only in the match you're concentrating, but in between you have to transition stuff. That's so difficult, and it's impressive. That's why these guys are the top 8 in the EU right now.
Yeah, we'll be watching some highlights here, or maybe the players will actually be starting the game, it looks like. But yeah, it's very interesting to watch the way that these guys were able to play, the way that Ohmydog was able to take it to Reunited despite what we were expecting to see. Reunited gonna have to change something up here, as it was all Ohmydog in that first game. They were able to play it very well. Game number 2 here on Urban Central. Snasky will play that one off the wall. Can he finish it off? It's blocked away by Ohmydog, but the pressure continues to come through as they try to send this one in. It does not find the net. And Snasky will play it over to the side. A lot picks it up, and then Dogu plays it across that midfield line. A nice start from Reunited. Had a strong offensive, but they were not able to find the net. Now ELMP leaving that one is Snasky now will play that one all the way onto the backboard, uncontested. We'll see Doomsy and Snasky falling back here. A nice shot from Malak going high. Can Dogu finish this one off? No, it'll be ELMP that takes it away, drops it in the corner to Doomsy. See if he can transition this one out. It's Turbo who's able to get it through. ELMP hanging in the back there. All 3 Reunited players seem to be kind of hugging this back wall at the moment, not really pressing out very much. A nice setup there from Dogu. Turbo tries to drop it through, but the contention from Doomsy will drop it to Snasky. He's able to get this one across the midfield line. Let's see what they're able to do.
I mean, they're definitely respecting the shots a little bit more, maybe a little bit too much. As you said, they're getting stuck in their own end, but they haven't been scored on, and that's the important thing. They're looking for that breakout opportunity. Snasky, one of the best at transitioning into offense for his teammates and getting a play started up, and maybe that's exactly the moment they're looking for. I guarantee you they had a huge dock in between this.
Snasky pushing that one across. Turbo going to be able to pass down to Dogu. ELMP. Nice setup, a nice lofter. No one's in the back. Can they finish it off? Doomsy will actually steal the goal, and that is Reunited with the first goal on the board.
Well, this is what I was talking about. You don't know that someone's not coming up behind you. I mean, Doomsy did get a bump there, but someone could be coming across that left side to save that. As much as it looks like he wants the points, he may just not have been sure of who was coming up behind him.
I mean, it's not goal stealing, it's goal security.
Goal security.
Exactly. He's just making sure.
Your team is still in the lead.
That's right. That's all that really matters. There's a lot plays that one past Snasky. No one back on defense at the moment. Doomsy has to contest by ELMP time. Can he get the flip? No, ELMP just lets that one go right past him. Very, very fast shot there from Turbo.
Yeah, I didn't see his cam, but he might have expected someone to be in that. I think he saw words, Doomsy had rotated back, and that's why he left it. That's such a hard one. That was a power shot. Good shot for Ohmydog, finding that spot, but very hard on defense to know where your teammates are there.
Yep, finding that hole in the defense, just shooting straight through it. Well done by Ohmydog as they tie it up here in game number 2. Reunited wanting to win so they can tie up the series. A lot in Dogu pushing this one into the corner. They bounce it off the wall. A good play there by Snasky over the top of Dogu. Turbo takes a shot, and a lot will play it off of the far wall. Turbo in to get a redirect, plays it off the corner. And no one really wanted to touch this one. It'll be Dogu who comes in first. It goes over to the side. The pinch on the wall from a lot sends it into the blue, but immediately countered by ELMP, who sends it back across the line. Snasky now in there. I kind of ping-pong this one back. Nice touch by Doomsy over to Snasky, who takes the shot. Dogu gets the save, keeping it away and keeping us tied up here right as we cross halftime.
Well, much closer. I mean, these guys are finding those opportunities. As we said, Reunited, respecting the shots on defense, not risking any, low percentage 50-50s, and they're just finding those opportunities to break out, and they're getting them. I mean, Ohmydog not giving up either. Very close game, but Reunited definitely starting to set some more stuff up for themselves.
ELMP putting that one into the corner. Crossed halftime. And it's still tied up here in game number 2 as Ohmydog looking to score. Had some opportunities, but blocked away by Supersonic Avengers. Now they're on the counter attack. ELMP sends that one towards the net, but it's wide, and Turbo will carry it into the corner. It goes out towards the midfield. Dogu in the air. First one there. Drops it down towards the blue box. Snasky will counter. A lot in the air. Over to Doomsy. It's lofted in a dangerous place here for Ohmydog. They'll be able to wrap it around the corner, and Snasky tries to win that one out, but Turbo getting the 50-50, sends this one towards the net. It's high off the crossbar, goes over to the side. Snasky sends it into the corner, and Doomsy will come up immediately with the transition, sending it towards the net, blocked away by Turbo.
So close to that play there. I mean, they're getting so many opportunities, just can't quite find the accuracy to put it on target.
A lot coming through the air. Flips that one over the top of one. ELMP contests and is able to put it into the corner. Now Doomsy trying to push this one out. Turbo gets it past one, cannot finish it off. It'll be 1 minute remaining in game number 2. We're still tied up. Both teams have only gotten 1 goal. So ELMP sends it over to Snasky, tries to play this one off the wall. Gets it past a lot and drops it to ELMP. Can't play it past Turbo Pulsa. Turbo Pulsa has been winning almost all of his 50-50s in this series. Really having the number right now.
I'm glad you just mentioned that. I mean, I wanted to point that out there that Turbo, so many people would expect to take that off of ELMP's roof before. He waited for that touch and then went over top of him. He's just smart at making reads. Like, he's a step ahead of all of his opponent's moves, and that's why he's winning these 50-50s.
Snasky in the corner, trying to set it up for Doomsy. ELMP in the back, has to turn and play this one high. And try and get it over the top. Gets it past Dogu, playing it towards the goal. A lot will put it into the corner. 15 seconds left on the clock, and it's all tied up. Doomsy and them can do it right now as they are up on the offense. Snasky plays it into the corner. Trying to set this up for ELMP, but the touch from Dogu drops it towards a lot. They're pressing across. Hit the final second. If they can keep it in the air, either team could score this one, but it will touch the ground, and we will have overtime in game 2.
They attempted there, but, I mean, much closer we saw last time. Look at the pace, how much it slowed down because Reunited wants it to. They've, as I said, sitting back on their own end, finding the opportunities to break out. It's changed the pace completely, and it's left Ohmydog to try to keep up with that.
A lot. And Turbo looking for scoring opportunities, playing it just wide of the goal. ELMP 50-50 with Dogu goes in favor of Ohmydog. A lot had an opportunity, but Snasky shuts it down and then plays this one over to ELMP, who gets it across the midfield line. He's going to try and mind game Dogu here. He plays that one so that Dogu gets a soft touch, and Doomsy's able to play up, but now a lot, passing it very, very deep. He's going to bounce in front of the goal. ELMP, only one in the air, plays it over to the side, looking for a double touch, doesn't get it, and Turbo will be able to play that one back into the blue box. Doomsy now playing it all the way into the orange corner. ELMP with a pinch off the backboard. Snasky's in the air, almost has the angle. It drops right in front of Dogu, who plays it towards Doomsy. He's falling back here. He'll be able to try and play this one slow. Pinches on the wall, and ELMP plays it over, but the pressure from Ohmydog continues here. Snasky will send it into the corner. You watch ELMP as he sends that one just wide. Turbo going to try and carry this one through. Nice contention there by Snasky to win it out with Turbo. Minute and 20 into overtime. Both teams are scoring opportunities, but the defense has been strong.
And it has been strong. Like, even when they're being pressured by Ohmydog, Reunited is in a good spot almost always on defense because they're just waiting for these moments. It's really comes back to what we were saying before. They're playing a game that hasn't been figured out yet. I mean, it's not helping them win as we're almost 2 minutes to overtime, but they're not losing.
Ball right here at the midfield line. So we're coming up on 2 minutes into this overtime. A nice touch from Snasky, sends it towards the goal. A lot now. Looking to drop this one away. ELMP just looking for contention. Snasky wins the 50-50, popping it back towards the goal, but it's Turbo who is there, and he'll be able to clear this one up to Dogu. The Doomsy winning that 50-50 with Dogu in the air. This could be very good for Reunited. So they push this one up. Snasky went for a bump on a lot, but he missed. The LMP shot was wide anyhow. Let's see Doomsy try to play that one across. 2 minutes, 20 seconds into overtime. These guys are taking a long one here with game number 2. We're seeing mostly it looks like Reunited with the shots on net. But here comes Ohmydog. Looking for that opportunity. Here could be a shot from Turbo. Sends it to the net. Brings out Doomsy and ELMP. They get the solid clear. And it's up at the midfield.
I mean, good attempt there by Ohmydog, but they're not committing really more than one person to an offensive push at a time. They're starting to play exactly what Reunited's doing, and that's why we see this ping pong back and forth in such a long overtime.
Dogu and a lot, both up on the wall. It opens up a lot of space here. Snasky can play this one straight down the middle. Plays it straight back up to Dogu. Puts it into the corner, and ELMP will pass down to Snasky, who keeps this one high. See if ELMP can play this one down to Doomsy, who takes the shot. The team play coming through for Reunited.
Goodness, look at that. And I was literally about to say, you're either going to see a great contest come out or a great team play come out. That's what a team will have to do to separate them in. What a beautiful passing play. Doomsy connects with that one off the ground to throw it hard into the net with over 3 minutes of overtime.
Yeah.
Incredible way to finish that game.
They really played very well. It was a very, very even game. Only 2 goals scored in regulation, 1 apiece. And Reunited, after 2.5 minutes, almost a half another game, able to pull off the overtime victory. Very defensive game here, as both teams did not want to be the first one to make a mistake. And it did come down to a great offensive play.
Yeah, well, you see that a lot, especially in overtime. Your hands are sweating, knees are weak. Like it gets crazy going on in those last in overtime like that, and it gets tough to do anything risky because you don't want to be the one to let the team down. I mean, when you're that on edge, it's easier to make a tiny whiff of mistake and just not think properly. So a lot of teams will back off and play a little more defensively, and you get that ping pong going on back and forth. And it always comes down to one team finally saying, all right, we need to take a risky 50-50 that will push us past the last defender, or make a team play exactly that Reunited just did.
Yeah, and it's as we oftentimes, the teams, that's kind of what offense is, though, is one of those two situations, right? Either you're making the solo 50-50 or you're having the team play. But the team plays require so much coordination and just so much accuracy. And so, like, we saw Reunited make those sorts of plays over and over again. They just weren't going into the net. And that time, the placement from Doomsy was exactly what they needed, sending it straight down center, and they're able to get the win there in game number 2.
Some of the best shots you can get. The second it hits the ground and bounces up, then you take your shot. Gives you a much more powerful shot, hard to defend against, exactly as showcased by Doomsy in that last game.
Reunited up on offense at the beginning of game number 3 here. Both teams with a win in the series. And the winner of this one will have the advantage and have match point. As the LMP tries to play this one over the top of a lot. The shot goes into the corners. Doomsy plays it there. The Snasky here on the back. LMP sitting in the net, watching Doomsy's touch. Doomsy's spending a lot of time in this corner right now. So he tries to play this one out. Turbo wins those 50-50s. Very, very strong solo player here. You see the shot try to come through. Right now it's ELMP in the back who will play that one up to midfield and be able to transition this one over the top. He has it onto the backboard, and it's Dogu who plays it away. Doomsy able to play it back towards the box of Ohmydog, but a lot gets there in time. And they immediately transition it back. A lot now. Trying to push it through. Plays it out into the middle. Here comes the shot from Dogu. A nice back pass to shot, but Snasky gets the block, and ELMP gets the contention in the corner. Good plays there from Reunited.
Doomsy's starting to play a little bit riskier on his 50-50s to get that breakout moment, which is okay right now. When you're in an even game with this much time left, conceding 1 goal really isn't that much of a problem. And it could end up setting you ahead by putting in some of these risky plays.
Snasky passes down to ELMP, who tries to take the shot. The contention with Dogu leaves it in the box, and Turbo is able to play that one straight back down to the blue side. Snasky plays it off the wall, and a nice shot by a lot, just barely going high and not dropping in. ELMP going to try and pinch this one off the wall and cross the midfield line. Doomsy now sending it above the backboard. It goes over to the side, and a lot plays it back down in, and Snasky will be able to keep this contention on. As Doomsy plays it past a lot. No one in the backfield. There's Turbo as he rotates in. Doomsy keeps it in the corner. He and ELMP looking just to set Snasky up here. It'll be Dogu who gets it past the two players, and Snasky will have to be that third line of defense. ELMP now playing it back across. Approaching halftime here, and both teams, again, playing very defensively. Neither team has scored.
Well, I mean, if it worked last time, why would you change it up, you know? It's a strategy that kept them really close, and I'm sure Ohmydog's like, man, we had a chance to win that one too. Let's keep doing what we're doing and see if it works.
A lot in the corner here. Plays it past Doomsy. A nice play by Snasky. Set it up to midfield. Gets it over the top of Dogu. Turbo able to play that one in the corner. He and ELMP and Snasky kind of all pinching that one together. It'll end up in blue corner here. Now Dogu trying to dribble this one around. Out to a lot. It goes back into the middle of the field. Both teams just, passing between each other. Not really, they're going for a hard clear, but not having much follow-up just yet. Again, not wanting to be the first one to make a mistake is a lot. His hit goes out into the middle to Dogu. He plays it back to the other side. ELMP is there. Might be able to pass this one out to Doomsy, but Turbo interrupts. And that leaves it for a lot, who gets it over the top of Snasky. The shot goes wide. And Doomsy will be able to recover. But Dogu still pressuring this issue, still trying to create an opportunity for his teammates as Doomsy carries it across the goal. Turbo now cannot get the shot. He puts it back out in the middle. There's a lot, but the shot goes wide. Good scoring opportunities coming through for Ohmydog, but the shot placement has just not been quite accurate enough.
That's the thing. They started getting those risky touches again for Reunited, but when they found themselves back on defense, that's when they have to be aware that, okay, we need to slow it down once again and then try for those plays again. And they seem to. They haven't conceded a goal yet, but that's something they have to ever keep present. Otherwise, Ohmydog's going to capitalize.
You mentioned early on that it's okay to kind of concede the first goal. It can be not as big of a deal. But that's only really true at the first, half of the game or so. At this point, we're at final minute of gameplay. Next goal, the first goal might be the last goal as well in these sorts of defensive games. Snasky sets that one high. Gonna try and cross it, can't get there. He's got three players in the corner here for Ohmydog. Dogu does fall back, and ELMP crosses this one. Can Snasky get the setup, plays it off the backboard, and Dogu will be able to be there. Doomsy plays this one around. 38 seconds on the clock. Ohmydog trying to threaten a nice loft there by Dogu, but Snasky sends it away. It drops out in the middle of the field. And still just such passivity coming through from Ohmydog a lot. Had an opportunity to challenge that one and just decided to fall back. He drops this one down into the middle, and there's a shot from Turbo. It's still high. Can they play it away? Dogu does not get the shot into the net, as Snasky was able to push it over to the side. Doomsy continues. ELMP gonna play this one across his own net. 10 seconds left on the clock. Neither team has scored. First goal will win as Turbo tries to push this one through. Dogu in the corner. Can they get it through? Doomsy passes out to Snasky. And ELMP might be able to keep this one up. He shoots towards it, and just barely bounces off the post and out. Overtime in game 3.
I mean, that was really hard for the shot there. There's not many other places. He saw a lot was back for that save and had the chance to get it across. He had to put it to that far side, so close to getting that first goal as it hits 0.
Good plays here by Ohmydog, pushing this one in to the blue half. Turbo gets it over ELMP. Doomsy in the air, has to clear this one away as Snasky comes in underneath. He wins the 50-50, a critical play as nobody else was in the backfield. And they played over to ELMP, who takes the shot. An excellent team play comes through again for Reunited, and they move up to 2 games in the series.
Let's go, and this is exactly the risky play that started it in the other end. Doomsy went up for that, read the air dribble, let Snasky create that counterattack out to ELMP, and he was ready for that redirect. Beautiful team play once again from Reunited, and I mean, it's worked for them. I don't see them giving up that style of play in the next games.
No, they've been doing very well, and man, the way it did come down, we had a 0-0 overtime there. Only 1 goal scored in that game. It was assisted by Snasky. Again, the team play coming off the wall, setting up ELMP in the midfield, moving very, very quickly down the field, not giving Ohmydog any time to get set up on defense. That sort of aggression is exactly what has Reunited up in this series.
And just reiterating on what I just said there, it's that risky play that set them up. They knew that they had that chance. It is risky. He went up for that air dribble block. He got it, and that set up the whole play from the beginning. So as long as they don't do that too much and they still understand the situation on defense that, you have to be careful. Ohmydog can score, and they can still win this, then they're in a really good spot. Honestly, Reunited knows what they have to do. A lot, as you mentioned during the game, a little bit passive in some of his style, even on offense and defense. A little bit passive. It was working out, but you're not going to score that way.
No, not at all. And but you got to, like, that was their style. Their strategy was like, let's just hang back in our own half and wait for opportunities. But they just didn't see very many. They only had 6 shots, and there was 4 saves from Snasky there, so he's just blocking these away. And a lot of those shots were very light touches as well. So it wasn't as difficult of a game. It wasn't, the 6 shots weren't very lethal shots in general. And Ohmydog, as much as that defense is keeping them alive and forcing them over into overtime situations, they've got to eventually be able to capitalize and finish it off.
I think they're just used to, I mean, Turbo's good at being everywhere, and he's good at scoring. I think that's what they're relying on right now, and they're going to have to take a page out of Reunited's book and get some team plays started up.
A lot going to play this one over the top of his own backboard. Ohmydog now on match point. They lose this one, it's all over. Reunited will take the W. Drops into a nice spot for Snasky. Not able to quite get there, and it's just ELMP in the back as Dogu plays this one over the top. He's going to have to touch this one. A lot plays it high instead of dropping it into the net. Now Doomsy has ball control. Try and push this one up. Maybe pass over to ELMP. He does, but ELMP does not get the touch. That'll leave it in the orange corner. And a nice touch there by Doomsy, sending it back into the net. Can ELMP get this one? He puts it off the backboard. And Snasky, watching for an opportunity, does not get the touch. It goes all the way back into Reunited's corner. Now Doomsy dropping that one down. Snasky will play that one into the middle, and ELMP is there to shoot towards the net. A lot gets the block. Dogu watches this one on the wall as Doomsy tries to pressure it through. 3:56 into game number 1, and we're still scoreless.
Scoreless, but definitely not shotless. I mean, we're seeing a lot of pressure start to come up for Reunited. They're feeling comfortable. They know they're in the best spot. As you said, match point. And they're starting to go for some more riskier plays. They know that Ohmydog is going to be a little bit antsy at this point.
We've had, 4 goals scored in the last 2 games?
Yeah.
These teams playing very defensively.
It hasn't been goal heavy.
No, not at all. I do expect this game to be kind of similar, especially with the way it started here. Both teams playing passive, playing defensive, looking for opportunities, not trying to create those opportunities as much. Like you said, Reunited being a little bit more aggressive in this game. See if it pays off for him here. Snasky doesn't get the touch on the wall, and Dogu will play this one back into the box. Doomsy, last line of defense on the backboard, is able to get the clear, and then a lot misses the touch. That leaves it with Doomsy in the middle of the field. Turbo's positioning, as always, excellent, interrupting that play there from Doomsy. But Snasky will pass it over to Doomsy, who stayed aggressive, bounces it off the backboard. Turbo gets it over the top of ELMP, and it's just Snasky alone in the back right now. Turbo goes for boost and waits patiently, so Dogu tries to take the shot, but it did give Reunited plenty of time to get set up back on defense, and they will be able to transition this one out.
What a save from ELMP to keep him alive. Ohmydog's starting to get some of those passing plays. A little bit slow, but they're starting to get them. But, I mean, the defense from Reunited still keeping out any of those attempts.
What a pinch. Snasky looks to touch this one off of Turbo's bounce. Plays it back on the backboard and drops in front of the net. Good play by a lot to send it to the side. Now Doomsy looking to drop this one. Turbo continues to interrupt all the passing plays. If they're able to get it to where it's just Dogu and a lot back on defense, they seem to have better opportunities setting up the pass plays because Turbo is just interrupting everything, intercepting every pass, shutting them down on every angle. 2:06 left to go, still scoreless. It looks like it's probably going to be coming down to who can score at all in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw it go into a 0-0 overtime in the last one. It's very likely it'll happen in this one, too. I mean, Reunited's looking a little bit good on offense here, and it's getting scary for Ohmydog. They're watching out for each other, and when they transition onto offense, they transition hard.
ELMP carrying this one over. Doomsy keeps the pressure on, finds the upper 90. Excellent shot placement from Doomsy, and that is the lead for Reunited.
And that's what I'm saying. Look at that. 1 second onto offense, and they score. Doomsy recorrects for a nice shot. Beautiful placement, making sure to put that to the top side, knowing both those defenders past the goal line are not able to get up to that in time.
1:39 left to go. And it is Reunited with the victory, or with the lead. Haven't gotten the victory yet.
The victory.
They got a minute and 30.
You have a lot of confidence in that.
That's right. It's over at this point. Now, Doomsy plays that one out into the middle. Ohmydog now with their backs against the wall. They have to score. They have to win this game if they want to keep this series going. A lot drops that one down in front of the net, but a great play there by Snasky to send it right back out to ELMP. And Turbo Pulsa be able to clear it away. A lot coming over the top, dropping it wide of Doomsy. And Snasky not able to get the play on the wall. ELMP will play it into the corner. Try to carry it over the top. Doomsy comes up from the backfield. Puts it down. With 1 minute remaining, Alad just trying to set up a teammate here, trying to contest. As this one is dropping in a dangerous place, Turbo does pinch it off the crossbar and send it over into his own corner, barely avoiding that second goal. Oh, and Alad gets it over the top. The dunk from Alad will tie up the game. 44 seconds left.
As you said, what a beautiful dunk. He sees where that shot's coming up off Snasky. He doesn't have many options. He tries to get it past him, but just simple, nice read coming up from Alad. Hard hit with the Batmobile, and that's a tie game.
Well done by Alad, keeping his team alive. They only need one more to force the decisive game 5. So Dogu sets that one in a position where Alad could possibly have gotten it if Snasky hadn't interrupted. ELMP in the back will be able to play that one into the corner. And Ohmydog's aggression turning up here a little bit in this final minute. Locking to try and drop it through, but doesn't get the touch. The soft touch from Dogu will be blocked by Doomsy as they play it away. Now ELMP over the top. Turbo pulses, sends it out to midfield, and Snasky play this one high before Alad can dunk him again. Now Dogu going for the 1v1, gets the dribble, a nice setup. Alad might be able to drop this one. Oh, it just goes high at the crossbar again. And Turbo, can he finish this one off? He drops it down. Oh, and what a play. Snasky sends it away. Final second. They could carry this one. They seem to have the boost to do it. As ELMP goes to try and drop it through, Alad will play it off the corner. Doomsy looks to keep it alive. It'll bounce off.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness, the way it just bounced off that corner. Overtime, 3 games in a row, Leaf.
Oh man, I gotta say, Alad stepped it up this game. He's there looking for passes. He's being aggressive. He's getting reads. He's just all over the field like Turbo. And if Dogu can step up like that, it'll be scary, but close call.
Turbo continuing to play well. 12 seconds into overtime, and Reunited almost had the opportunity they needed. Almost got that goal. ELMP's Savior Medal keeps them in it here. They can find one more goal, and they'll be done with Ohmydog for the day. Snasky tries to play this one down the line. Now it's in the air. Dogu plays it over to the side. As Turbo drops this one to Dogu, and Snasky gets it over the top. 38 seconds in, Alad on the backboard. Will play it straight down. Can Doomsy put it back? It's up there high, and ELMP comes in to try and finish. Cleared away by Dogu. The defense holding on right now for Ohmydog as Doomsy drops this one into the box, and Alad will play it straight up middle. Snasky over to the side. Now ELMP taking another shot towards the net. Cleared by Turbo. They continue to pound shot on shot, but it is the defense from Ohmydog that's keeping them alive.
Reunited is thirsty for a goal right now. They're just going for anything that's going off the backboard, which is good because it's keeping Ohmydog stuck on defense and hard for them to transition out at all. And it's getting scary for Ohmydog.
Turbo plays that one very high in the corner and Alad send it very, very wide. Kind of overextending his teammates though. I'll leave it with Doomsy, who sends it towards the net. Alad will play it into the corner, and it bounces in a nice place. The ELMP's already up for this one, looking for the drop. Sends it into the box. Can Snasky finish? Oh, it's all bumped all sorts of ways. And can Doomsy come through? No, they will be able to get it away. Very scary situation for Ohmydog, but they hold on. Now ELMP with a long shot in middle. Can Dogu get it? He does. Sends it over to the side. Turbo keeps it high. Trying to play it away from ELMP and not let the second shot come through. But Doomsy keeps that pressure on right now. Reunited playing so well. Snasky drops it wide of the goal. They can't be inaccurate if they want to be able to win. There's only few opportunities that Ohmydog is giving them. They've got to be able to capitalize.
No, you're absolutely right, but it's still so scary for them. They're being pressured so hard on defense. A play like that, though, is exactly what they need to look for. Get a cherry pick, get a nice redirect, but they've been stuck on defense for way too long.
Doomsy in the corner. Trying to play this one past 2:15. This one's going to go longer than the first overtime did. These guys continue it, and Alad drops it in a dangerous place, just barely above the corner of the goal. ELMPs loses the 50-50 with Turbo, and Doomsy now in the air, drops his one towards the net. It's all up to Dogu. He clears it away, keeping the game alive. So we're at 2.5 minutes. Snasky takes a shot, and Alad gets the save this time. So much defense coming through right now for Ohmydog. They hold on by a thread. They need Game 5 so badly. Snasky passes to Doomsy, who puts it onto the backboard. Can Snasky get up for this one? Turbo misses, and that might be it. Snasky gets it in, and that's the win for Reunited.
Incredible amount of pressure, just that soft underside coming up from Doomsy to set that one up, and a miss off the backboard. So hard to get those Spider-Man touches, and Dogu gets a miss. Almost 3 minutes of overtime, and Reunited pulls ahead, but their pressure was unrelentless for the entirety of that overtime.
It was incredible. the way that we watched Turbo not lose 50-50s for 4 games straight and just continue to always be there, always make the touches he needed to, and in the end, it came down to him missing a touch. That was all Reunited needed. Snasky slams it in, and they get the win in 4 games over Ohmydog.
What was the total goal count for that? Like 3?
That was 7 goals in the first. We had 6 goals in game 1 and 7 goals in games 2 through 4.
Yeah, it's just absolutely nuts. Like super low scoring overall. I mean, 2 overtimes that went to like over 3 minutes.
Yep.
Super close. I mean, at the end there, you saw Reunited just started to pressure and pressure. They started to feel comfortable. Early on, they weren't getting those risky touches they needed, and then they finally did. They broke through. Ohmydog got a little shaky. A lot did step up, but it wasn't enough by the time that Reunited got their flow going.
It was not. They did a very good match here between Ohmydog and Reunited, but Reunited does pull it off in the end. Very excellent play from them. We'll send it back over to the analyst desk. Axel Toss, guys, tell us what you saw in this one.
Thank you, Wave, Punk, and Leaf. That last play to win in overtime, pretty epic indeed. Congrats to Reunited. After falling 0-3 to Northern Gaming, it can be tough to come back and play well, but they did play well indeed. Let's take another look at that one in this replay to see exactly how Reunited was able to get it done.
Well, game 1 did not go their way. They tried to be a little bit more offensive, and Ohmydog just took advantage and with counterattacks over and over again and getting a big win in game 1 here.
The patience from Ohmydog, as we said, could have been a problem for Reunited, but thankfully Reunited, they slowed their pace down as well as the series went on. There was a lot of retreating on both sides. Both teams, they'd get their volley, they'd get their shot, and then they'd retreat right away, try and get those counterattacks.
It was a very slow game 2, 3, and 4. Reunited decided to play way more defensive because their defensive side of the game was not really working out for them. 3 overtimes in a row, not a lot of goals in any of these games, but just clutch goals from Reunited in all 3 overtimes just gives them that narrow win, but that was probably a little scarier than they wanted for the series.
Yeah, and this last play, this pass from Doomsy, exceptional, up on that backboard, following through. It's one of those, it wasn't a good placement, to be honest. The defender didn't get there, but it was one of the harder things to get to. Unless you're already on the wall waiting for it, that is going to make a lot of distance away from your net. So, I mean, it was honestly a well-placed pass.
And plus, in game 3, that should have been Ohmydog's. They had 3 or 4 misses on wide open shots that they should have scored, and they lost that game 1-0. That's the one that really hurt them in this whole series, and that was the turning point.
Yeah. Again, congrats to Reunited, able to come out of today with a win. Every single win is incredibly important. That puts Reunited at 2-3. And we have a lot of teams right now with just 2 wins, so that's a very important thing to watch for as we continue covering the European region. Coming up next, we got Flipside Tactics in the house, and it's against Ohmydog. So Ohmydog falling to Reunited. Can they come back against one of the best teams in the world? We're going to find out. We're also going to take a very short break. You're watching the Rocket League Championship Series. You're watching the European region. We'll be back in a very short amount of time with the next match, Ohmydog versus Flipside Tactics. Stay tuned.